So it's tax return season. And the hot topic this month is how people are spending their tax return. For some reason, the world wants to know how people are reacting or spending their tax return. Are they paying off their debt, or are they being responsible, or are they going to go get these quote unquote seafood boils and go on shopping sprees? But before we get started, my name is btaylortv, where I give my unsolicited thoughts and opinions.
Got my tax refund check on yesterday. It actually had said I supposed to had a direct deposit date of today, but I actually ended up getting a day early. So what I decided to do with it, I ended up getting $1,737 after paying the guy for doing the taxes. But what I decided to do with it was I bought 1,000 and about $92 of stock, ticker symbol VOO, which follows S&P 500. And then I had probably about, I want to say, what, $600 left. So I decided to just put that in my emergency fund. For me, just with everything that's been going on, I just think it's probably my best interest to just to save it instead of, like, spending on unnecessary stuff. So that's what I decided to do.
Okay, that's not bad at all. Like, she's being smart. She thought about her emergency fund, and she also wanted to invest in the money because she had the freedom to do so. Didn't seem like she had any other responsibilities but herself. So,
Y'all, riddle me this. Y'all still trying to make people feel embarrassed or ashamed for spending their own tax money. Y'all still saying, oh, she wouldn't have that, he wouldn't have that, they wouldn't have that if it wasn't for taxes. Y'all do understand people work all year hard, all year long to receive their money that they get for taxes, right? It's theirs. Because when I get mine, I'm not cooking at home. I'm going to buy me something to eat, probably a little Mexican. And I'm going to buy me a little one too. I'm going to buy myself something because it's my money that I work for all year. So I don't understand why y'all be trying to make people feel, you know what? Don't be jealous. Do not be jealous because you didn't get enough taxes taken out this year or you don't have a dependent. Don't be mad. It's okay. Dang.
she actually has some points there. A lot of people feel like this tax return is just free money for people who are poor or people who just have children. A lot of people are upset about it. They don't understand why they're not getting taxes, so they don't want other people to get taxes. Or they feel like, being a parent is more rewarding, or you're getting more rewarded for being a parent compared to those who are single and don't have any dependents to claim. But they're not considering how much money and how much taxes are being taken out because they have children. And if you are a single parent and you're paying for everything by yourself and you're only depending on one income, and all those taxes are being taken out because you have a dependent, you have a child, you pay for daycare, you're being taxed on daycare, you're being taxed on certain items because of the child. That is also included into your tax refund. So I wanted to show you a woman who actually was upset, one of the people that are upset with people who end up getting a tax return.
So I have a little rant. I usually wait until the very last day to file our income taxes because we have to pay every year. And I went ahead and did them. And yes, we have to pay. Might as well get started in paying. And we usually do the long-term payment plan because it gives us a year to pay it off, which works for us, right? But am I the only one that gets tired of seeing these people making these videos where they don't work? They live off government assistance. Don't get me wrong, and don't come at me. I understand that some people there is need for the government assistance. But they file their income taxes and they are boasting about getting thousands and thousands of dollars. And here I am. I work my butt off.
Hold on. I want you guys to catch something when people say these things. This is called projection. It's something that we are all guilty of as human beings. I've been in both situations where I got a tax return and I did not get a tax return, and even a year where I owed, and I was like, "What is going on?" The more money you make, the less money you get. So, and it also depends on how much taxes you are getting out. Like, are you getting all of your taxes, or are you paying more? Are you reducing it? It just depends how you file your taxes when you do them every year. So, she is used to having to pay, her and her partner, are used to having to owe at the end of the year because they want all of their money up front, which means that they're going to have to owe at the end of the year. And she says she hates when she sees people who are on government assistance boasting online. I mean, you're going to get people that boast online regardless if they get their taxes or not, because social media is a highlight reel. You think that people are glamorizing their lifestyle and they're rich or they have all this money when really a lot of people are fronting, a lot of people are pretending, a lot of people are only showing their highlight reel. So for these people, they are showing their highlight reel because they have a lump sum of money. Her focusing on what others are doing while ranting and being upset about how she's not able to enjoy that money. It's like, ma'am, because maybe because you're not on government assistance, you're not struggling financially. You have a nice car. It seems like you in a nice car. You have on nice clothes, and I understand how frustrating it be. But when we go into the whole aspect of me, why me, it just feels very high schoolish, and I'm starting to realize that the world is just full of high schoolers and adult bodies, because this just sounds like a I didn't get one, so she couldn't get one, and she didn't do what I do, and that's just not fair, and that's cheating, and like we're just so worried about other people's because it seems like she's miserable at this moment that she's gonna have to owe money in her taxes. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below how you feel about her rant, but let's continue.
My husband works his butt off. We do side hustles. We have extra jobs that we do, and we have to pay back at the end of the year. We have to pay back. Am I not the only one that just doesn't understand what the hell we're doing wrong here?
So she's clearly looking for validation right now, saying, what are we doing wrong? So you equate that people getting their tax return at the end of the year as some type of reward for doing nothing, and that they are working so hard and they are getting nothing in return. I think people just have this like false reality and idea of what a tax return actually is.
Can y'all believe I spent about $4,000 today? First things first, when I woke up this morning, I paid out my iPhone 15 Pro Max with ceasefire. It was $666. And then I decided to pay some bills. And I already had a scheduled payment for my car note that was $1,500. And my car note is $699 a month, but I did miss a payment back in.
600 and what a month? Oh my gosh. Okay. And she's leasing her cell phone, I think she said. So she's paid off her cell phone. Okay. Okay.
In October because I was trying to get my credit cards down. So I went on
Okay. So she's paying off she was able to pay off her credit card debt, or she was trying to get it down. Okay.
made that payment, and I also made my payment for the 7th when my car not gonna be due again. I have a self account that allows you to build your credit and save money, so that was $48. My water bill was like 60 something, but I made a payment of $100 towards it. My light bill was $119. My phone bill was like $260 some dollars, and I got 3 lines. So when I paid my phone off, I was able to disconnect one of my lines. And I also downgraded my plan, which is going to give me a big break because I was paying about $243 a month. My gas bill was $146. I have Windows through Windows USA. I paid $177. Oh, and I paid my auntie phone off. That was $60. I got a root canal last year, and I had a balance of $385, so I was able to pay that in full. My internet bill was $92. I got my oldest on Panadol. I got my youngest on Grey Jordan 1. About my husband.
Okay. It seems like she's paying off things. I'm not hearing anything about a savings. It seems like I'm hoping at the end that she's saying that she has a savings account, or at least put some money aside for savings. But it seems like she was taking care of her bills, which I'm kind of like, okay, cool. Like you're paying off your bills, so you have some extra money. You should have some extra money. Oh, I don't know.
A new pair of Jordans. And that was for his Christmas gift because I never got him anything. So I was like, I just go ahead and get him these baby blue and white shoes. Oh, and I got me a new charger from C-Spire. It was $43. Why so damn high? We went to Zaxby's today and all of us was $47. My oldest wanted to go shopping for clothes. And I also let my youngest go shopping for clothes. I let them pick out their own outfits, and it was $117.
That's not bad for 2 kids. I spend more than that on my kids' clothes, but I'm not against people spending money on their kids because your kids grow out of old clothes and they done tore them up. So go ahead.
Got some detergent from the dollar store and I paid $35 for that. We got some ice cream from Sonic that was $18 for all four of us. And we spent $30 in Walmart. And now I'm back at home. When I say I done spent $4,000 today. And I'm
In
happy
a
because, to be
day?
honest, I didn't even mess my money up. Like, I took care of priorities, bills. I still got a lot of stuff that I want to do. Like, I need to start on my bathroom. I need to pay my land taxes. Like, I'm going to do all of this too. And I still got some money put to the side. Like, I just feel like I was in my max for today because I had spent $4,000. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm finna watch TV. I'm glad I was off today. I'm out tomorrow and I'm gonna hit the clock Friday. But I hope y'all had a great day. How much did y'all spend today?
Okay. Spending 4 grand in a day when I guess she's trying to pay off her bills. I mean, I don't feel like that really counts as anything because you're paying your bills and I don't know. I don't understand the explanation of paying your explaining your bills and paying your taxes, maybe your debt and your savings and spending on like, things that you guys need. But spending 4 grand in a day, I wouldn't recommend anyone to just spend their money that fast unless you have it like that, unless you are needing to. Like, I think it's best when you do have a lump sum of money to sit down and say, this is what I want to do with the money and how I want to spend it and how I want to take care of it. Because when you spend money so fast and splurge so fast, you're not really thinking, and I think she's just breaking this down today because she's kind of just like, I am so tired and worn out from spending that much money. I okay.
I just got my taxes today. You want to guess what I'm eating? A fucking hot dog. Cause y'all bitches not finna get all my money. Nope, I'm gonna let that shit last for as long as that shit can last. I can't do it. I can't do it when I wanna go get a seafood boil, like when people going out to eat and I can't go cause I don't got no money. That's embarrassing, and that ain't gonna happen. I'm trying to triple my money. I told God before this money came, I said, God, lay that triple stacking saving spirit on my soul because I can't get these taxes and just have them go away every year I ever get them. Hell no. I've been doing good on credit, saving. I've been doing good. So keep it up, God. Keep it up. Just keep tell them, y'all, so I can have more money that I can spend. Make sure y'all follow my YouTube channel. It's up there in my bio. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel because I don't got enough money right now to be eating the seafood boils. I got to eat hot dogs, and I showed y'all. I'm eating hot dogs. Go follow your girl on YouTube. It's a gaming channel. I game on there, so go follow me.
Okay, so it seems like she is not going out to go get her a seafood boil. She's like, I've learned my lesson. This has happened way too many times. I didn't burn through this money. And you think having a lump sum of money is going to last you a long time. And I think she realized that you can easily burn through that money and she wants to make it last. And it also seems like she is catering to her side hustle, which is gaming or streaming. So kudos to her.
The long awaited tax refund video. So I'm going to go through and break down what we got and how we spent it because my video that went viral about our Sam's Club haul with a little bit of our tax refund money had a lot of mixed feelings, I guess, which is expected. A lot of people were like, oh, you got a refund. We didn't get a refund. This is what we got back. And then there were a lot of people that were like, oh, such a great idea. Good haul, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's a lot of positives, but then there's some negatives. So we're just going to break down in this video what we got back and what we spent it on. Unfortunately, 2025 has been nothing short of just mess after mess after mess. So my husband was working 45 hours a week. I am a stay-at-home mom of 2. His checks covered everything. And unfortunately, we got the news that some things were going to happen and his hours got cut in half. So 45 hours a week went to 25 hours a week. 30 hours a week on a good week. So we had to detour and replan our tax refund. First and foremost, now, we got back about $6,500. We have 2 kids. His job did well at taking money out, like everything was good. First and foremost, we're taking our children on a beach vacation for a week. So 13.
um, I don't know if that's a smart idea in this. These are very trying times for a lot of people. A lot of people are facing layoffs or their hours, like her husband is getting cut. And I understand, like, I'm a parent myself. You want to take your children and do things for them, but you also want to be smart with your money and maybe not right away spend the money during such times where you don't know. Because once a job start cutting back hours, it kind of implies that his job may be on the line. And the last thing you want to do is spend thousands of dollars going on vacation, trying to give your kids a memory, only to come home to no job, no money, no income. And that income could have went towards some bills to keep a roof over your children's head. But that's just my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and listen.
1,500 of that went to pay for the house we're staying in, and we're also setting aside $1,000 to spend at the beach. Do I think we're gonna need all that? No, but I'd rather have too much and come home with some than go and not have enough and have a crappy time. Some may say that's a terrible way to spend your money. Our kids deserve it. Our kids deserve it. My husband busts his butt and we deserve it, and that's that.
Okay, so I know people who don't have kids can easily say no, no, da 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 da. This is how you should live. I grew up in a home where I got to go to Disney World. I got to enjoy vacations, and those are memories that you know I still think about to this day. So I understand like your parent wanting to take you and create memories, and you don't get to go on family vacations and especially when there's children. If it was just them two saying that they were going on this vacation and this is happening for them, then I would kind of be giving them the side eye. But I don't know. Maybe it's just like I'm grew up in a household where I went on family vacations every summer. We were a middle class family. So I know how important that is. And I know how much I would love to take my children. But right now, I understand me paying off things. So I don't really fault her for that, but I don't think that I would recommend taking a vacation, spending about 1,300, or putting that to the side for a vacation when the hours are your husband's hours are being cut and he is the sole breadwinner of the family. That's just me.
Now, we paid some of our debt down. My
Okay.
husband paid off one of his Affirm loans, and I paid off one of my Affirm loans. Our goal was to pay all of that off. But with his hours getting cut, we then had to turn around. Hold on. We then had to turn around and put some of that towards our bills. So we had the $1,300 to pay for the house, the $1,000 for savings, his Affirm loan, my Affirm loan, which equaled about $500-$600. We also owed my brother $850 because thank the Lord for him, he paid for our car to get fixed when it did not pass inspection.
Ooh. Okay. I understand creating memories for your kids, but if you are having to owe money to people because you didn't have enough to get your car fixed and you are now paying off your debt, like I'm not the type that's just like, oh my God, pay off all your debt and let your kids suffer and then like they can't do anything. Like you can do fun stuff with your kids on like a more friendlier budget where it's not gonna cost so much. But the fact that she's spending over $1,000, um, I don't know, guys. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in below in the comments. I don't know.
Last year, and it needed $850 worth of parts and work. We didn't have that. We literally live paycheck to paycheck, but it's like comfortable-ish. So we paid him back.
Nothing about that sounds comfortable. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, that is not comfortable. You are one paycheck away from eviction. Because if your husband completely lost his job, And because he is the sole breadwinner, that does not sound comfortable. That's not comfortable. Comfortable is you have comfort to spend because of how much money you have left over at the end of the month.
Literally, other than that Sam's Club haul, and we ate out once or twice, the rest of it is on bills. That is how we broke down our $6,500 tax return. So I don't want any, like, we didn't splurge too much. We had to be responsible adults because life handed us a lot of lemons at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully his hours pick back up. Maybe I'll get followers on this app. Maybe I can make some money. I don't know. But that is our tax return breakdown. Thank you all for blowing that video up. Thank you all for being here. Thank you guys for hitting the follow button. And hopefully this TikTok journey continues upwards for me so I can kind of help my husband not stress so much about his job cutting his hours. Have a blessed day. And
Okay. So her husband is clearly stressed out because he is the sole breadwinner of that family. And as the woman, you are breaking down the finances and what you guys are going to do with the finances and the money. Doesn't seem really, it's just, it would be, I understand you're paying off debt. That's great. You're paying off your brother. That's great. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm a little lenient when it comes down to that because, like I said, you don't want to suffer the entire time, but it just doesn't seem really secure. Like maybe she can pick up an extra online remote job or do something other than social media until the social media starts picking up because it doesn't seem like she's bringing in any income and she's hoping to bring in some income to alleviate some of the stressors that her husband has. But I don't think spending the money so quickly on a vacation when he's already stressing out and he doesn't have a breather. But I understand maybe he needs that extra. You never know because as much as people are self-deleting because of how stressful their jobs are, I'm all for people kind of getting away from the misery that they live every day and just reset. And sometimes you need a reset as a human being. So that's why I'm not one of these people that's sitting up here judging so harshly and want everyone to be miserable because I'm not taking a vacation or me and my kids are not taking a vacation because I'm doing this and I'm paying off that and I'm doing this. Like I don't look at life like that. I don't look at like, well, I can't do that, so you can't either. I don't look at that. Is that something I would do with my money personally? No, but at the same time, I don't know where his mental is, where maybe he needs that vacation. Maybe that one vacation that year is going to give him the motivation that he needs or the children that they need and the memories that because you can work these jobs like a slave, but when you spend that quality time with your children and you make those memories that no one can take away, because life is short. I don't know. Life is too short for me. So why not spend a little family vacation time, long as it's nothing that's too crazy. But at the same time, be smart with your money because if your husband hours are getting cut, then that means there's a possibility that he could he lose his job.
If y'all think shit's a game, if you owe unemployment, if you owe student loans, if you owe anything, there's no given time when they're gonna take your shit. You think you're sliding in life? You think you're just sliding through life? You're not. I never thought I would be one of the ones that would like, and I worked. I did work, so I didn't scam unemployment. I don't even. They just said I owe them like $16,000 fucking dollars. Like. I literally worked during COVID times, and then when shit got shut down, like layoffs and shit, that's when I started claiming the PUA or whatever. I wasn't making enough to get the regular unemployment, so I was getting the PUA. But bro, my mind is so my eyebrows are sweating off. Look at my eyebrows. My mind is so boggled. I thought they were done with that shit. Like I didn't think they were gonna come after people. Like honestly, truthfully, I did not think that they were really about to come after me for that shit. Because I been knew that I owed them, but they never took my shit. They didn't even take my state. Like, so why come after my federal in 2025, bitch? This is supposed to be my fucking year. And you're starting the year off by taking money that I fucking worked for? Just take me out the game, coach. Take me out the game. I'm done. I'm so done.
Ma'am, you owe money back to the government. You think that Sally Mae and the government is not going to come back for their coins that you took from them? You were skating by in life thinking that these people were not going to come back for their money. The IRS is the last department you want to play with. The Department of Education, okay. You know, a lot of you guys with student loans, okay. But tax returns, taxes, IRS, anything with that is nothing to play with. Like those PPP loans that a lot of you guys was taking out, they're gonna come knocking on your door. You're gonna have to owe money on that. Like that was not just free money. That was not just free money. And the money, I don't know what she's talking about in particular. Somebody please explain that below. But when you take money from the government and you know that you owe them, and you're just like, well, I took money from the government, but I'm also gonna file my taxes so y'all can give me the money. Don't worry about the money that I owe you guys. Y'all just give me my money. That is not how that works, ma'am. Like you're taking zero accountability on that part. I know it doesn't feel good, but maybe try next year when you get your taxes back. Right now, just go ahead and pay that off and get it over with. Like sometimes some of that stuff, especially with the IRS, you just want to get it over with so they can leave you alone. Because what they will do, they're gonna come for their money.
Was $4,662. And if you're nosy like me, I always want to know what people spend their tax refund on. So my first charge was $1,729 on an Airbnb up in Maine for my sister when she comes to visit. We're also staying at this really nice hotel in Boston. It was $787. I put $1,000 into her savings account. I spent $145 on summer shorts. I got 3 pairs. I really needed them, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get me a little something. I put $800 into my stocks. Then I have $201 left over, so I'm probably just gonna get her stuff she needs. And that completes my $4,662 tax refund. In 1 second, gone in 2 seconds, y'all.
People are blowing through this money so fast. Like I'm such a frugal person. So when I have a lump sum of money or extra money, like I literally put it in savings because I'm scared to touch it. I don't like spending so much. Like, does anybody else have spending anxiety? Like if it's not on my kids, especially if it's like on myself, I have a bad habit of doing that. I just think about all the things that I'm trying to like I don't know. I don't know. I know friends of mine who just like go on shopping sprees, knowing they're in debt, knowing they owe money. And I'm just like, how can you consciously do that? Like something just eats me up inside and I just feel irresponsible when I do stuff like that. But I don't know, spending like that much money in like 2 seconds. I gotta think a little bit before I spend. I gotta think before I spend.
What I'm gonna buy with my tax return. First things first, we're gonna start my husband's immigration process. No, he didn't come here illegally. Yes, it's expensive as fuck. Initially, we're probably gonna spend like $3,000, and for the whole process, we're probably gonna spend like $6,000. That's why we haven't started it yet. Second thing, a stove, a new stove. I have a stove at the house, but last time we tried to make tamales on it and we burnt one of the burners and it only had 2 already, so we burnt one of them. It's always been like that. Like I've had that stove for years and years, but it was just me and my son, so I never really had to buy another one because I wasn't cooking for like a lot of people. But now it's like 5 of us in the house, so yeah, we made the tamales, we burned one of our burners, so now we're down to 1. But that's why I'm gonna buy a new stove. Third, a king bed frame for our bedroom. We had a bed, we had a full-size bed, but we gave that to my mother-in-law when she came down here from Nicaragua. We gave her the bed, so now she's using it, and we only have the mattress, so we need a bed frame. Paint. I want to buy enough paint to paint my room and then the living room and the kitchen, so it's gonna be a lot. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty penny. And then the stove fan comes with the electric stove, that thing from de arriba, that goes on top. You know what I mean. And then some couches, some sofas. We want to buy some new sofas, some new couches, because like I said, it used to always just be me and my son. I never really thought that was going to be my home, the home that I'm in right now. I never really invested in it to try to make it my home, but it is now. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so it seems like she's investing in her home. She's trying to make her home better. I mean, I don't see why people get upset about this. Like, if you have some extra money and you want to make your home a home, but you can't because you don't have the extra money, so now you're looking at other people saying that that's not fair. You shouldn't have that extra money either. Like, it just sounds so childish to me. To be honest, it sounds very childish. But I mean, it seems like she's doing the right thing. She's trying to get her man his immigration status and do it the right way and work on that process because it is a very expensive process. So good luck to them.
I'm getting a tax return of $7,000 and I need your guys' help. Okay, I'm having a dilemma of what I should do with this money. So we have two options. Option number one is that I put all the money in my TFSA and I invest it because the market's going down. It's a good time to buy. Stock's on sale, right? Right? Let's make some returns, okay? Option two is that I put this $7,000 towards my car loan. My car loan is the only debt that I have. I just paid off my student loan last year. I would love to pay.
Shout out to her. Paying off her student loan debt. Shout out to her because that's a lot of discipline. That's a lot of discipline. So shout out to her. She seems like she's being responsible. She paid off her student loan debt.
Pay off my car loan. But every single time I come into like a lump sum of money and I think, oh, I should put this towards my car, my other side of my brain is like, no, just invest it. Like, you're gonna get more over the long term if you just invest it. So I don't know what I should do because I would love to be debt free. I would love to have zero debt. My car loan doesn't really bother me, but still, I would love to have zero debt. You know what? I'm gonna look up what $7,000 will be in 30 years if I invest it right now. Okay, it says with a 10% annual rate of return, $7,000 invested today will grow to approximately $101,000 in 30 years. I think I should just invest the money. Okay.
She didn't say how much she owed in her car loan. I would just, honestly, I mean, what's the difference between splitting up that money and paying off I would have wanted to pay off my car loan. I'm not gonna lie. I would have paid off my car loan, but it also depends. Like, if she had I don't know if I would have put all the $7,000 into investment and then still have a debt to pay with the car loan and they're worried about what's gonna happen in the next 30 years because you can get that same amount of money for next year and invest it then and have a paid off car loan as well. Like, I don't know, because the amount of money that you're going to save every month because you're not paying off that car loan, you can put it in I'm just saying, you wouldn't have debt and you would pay it off and you would have extra money at the end of the month to put in towards investments and other things. But that's just me. I don't know. She's saying she's just going to throw it all in investments and wait on it for the next 30 years. I don't know, guys. What do y'all feel about this whole tax returns and how people are just opening up and sharing their finances on the internet and sharing with random strangers on the internet what they're doing with their money for other people like me and you to judge? I honestly think it's no one's business how someone spends their money that they are owed by the government. It is not Medicaid or Medicare or whatever you think it is. It is taxes that they paid on every year and the taxes that was taken out of their paychecks. So they can do what they please with that money. I don't sit there and I don't know. I just feel like misery loves company. Like, I don't worry about other people's finances when it doesn't personally affect me. Now, are there some irresponsible people out there? Yes. And they are paying the repercussions of that every day. And that's why they're living the way they're living. But I'm going to take my own accountability and responsibility of my finances and what I want to do with them. And if somebody asks me for financial advice, I would give them that. But none of these people are asking us for our financial advice. They're just sharing what they're doing with their money and what they want to do with it and how they want to spend it. And I don't know, all the people that I see complaining about it are people that are kind of projecting. In my opinion, they're projecting because they're not getting that amount of money back and they're having to owe in taxes and they think that they did something wrong as if it's a punishment. If you want to go into the tax problem, that's a whole nother discussion, but how it's played and who's getting the benefit and who's not getting the benefit is not those people's fault. If anything, we should be looking at how taxes are being taken out. And that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. All right, guys. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.